Hello and happy Monday. Today is September 15th. It has been a hot minute since I have recorded anything, but I'm happy to be back. I honestly was traveling a little bit and was just like not in my zone, not in my space. But yes, I am back now. I'm so excited to be home. I was in Maryland for a little. I went to a lake out there, and then I was in Washington, D.C. for about a week, and then I was in New York City for about 3 weeks. Finally home and finally back in my space, and really excited to embrace the fall season. I am a fall lover, and I think that's because, especially, I don't know, at least for me, I grew up in Los Angeles and we just, we don't experience seasons. So I think I really reveled in like making my space feel a bit more autumnal and like, I don't know, embracing foods that feel that way and movies and TV shows that feel that way. So yeah, I'm just like so excited to embrace it. I have a hazelnut coffee right now in my mug. I have my candle going. I'm working from home today, and I still work from home. That's another journey in of itself. I don't think I'll work from home forever, but at this point I'm still working from home. And yeah, I just wanted to say hi because I have been gone for a hot minute and I'm excited to film a little bit and get back into things. I also have a very exciting new development in my life. I have a new little kitten. His name is Murphy. Murphy is sleeping right now. He is 3 weeks old and we adopted him from a rescue adoption center called Rory to the Rescue in Southern California. They have a lot of kittens. They have a lot of older cats as well. So whatever you're feeling, you can go check them out. They're really good at adoptions. I feel like their turnover is incredible for cats because obviously there's just so many cats. I'm gonna show him 1 second. Here's little Murphy. He's a little orange cat, and he's adorable. And he doesn't fully like to be picked up or anything yet, but I'm hoping that with time he gets more comfortable and feels more safe. So I'm taking a quick lunch from work. I guess that's what I call it because I work from home. And I was reading some of my book and I was thinking about how they use so much French in, at least Charlotte Brontë uses a lot of French in Villette and Jane Eyre. And I looked it up and realized something I didn't know, that French was the language of like sophistication and intelligence during this time. But it's very interesting and it requires more work because you have to go to the back of the book to translate the French, but it's worth it. Also, I'm really obsessed with this top from COS. It's like a quarter-length sleeve and sort of like a wider neck, like that neckline, which I love. I just think it's like really elegant. So yeah, highly recommend. Happy Saturday. I just got ready. We're gonna go to something called the Pasadena Art Walk. I think it's like sort of like a farmer's market vibe, but with like a bunch of different art vendors and things of that sort. So fingers crossed I can find some art for this apartment. I feel like I've been saying this for so long, but we'll see. Good morning. Today is Monday. I'm about to make myself some coffee, but I got a coffee creamer that I feel like is a bit more fall-esque. I am not a big coffee creamer gal, but I saw someone drinking this online and it just looked like it could be good. And I hear people rave about these like Chobani creamers, but I want to give it a go because I'm embracing this autumnal season and I want to try it out. Okay, so this is the creamer. Again, I have no idea. This could be not good. Crazy. I did 1 tablespoon and it already like changed the whole color of the coffee. I know this is crazy that I'm literally measuring it, but I'm sensitive to it and I don't want to not like it. You know what? It's a little sweeter than like what I'm used to, but I will say, good change. Good change. I like it. I do. I will say one of my favorite parts about having a cat and working from home is that he can just sit on my lap. Huh, little Mer. Oh, so cute you are. Oh, he wants to attack my necklace and my bracelet. He loves to play, so I've been trying to keep him entertained. It's nice that I'm home. Like, I feel like it's nice that I get to be home with him and play with him and keep him sort of, you know, entertained and stuff, so yeah. Little Murphy update. He's doing well. Oh, Murph. I will say, transitioning from having no animal to having a cat has been great. I've had a great experience so far. Obviously, he requires a lot of attention and things of that sort, but I'm happy to give it, and he sleeps and cuddles every night in the bed, so it's like, it's been pretty easy, I will say. And really nice. I was talking to a friend, and I said something along the lines of like, an apartment or a home just feels so much warmer when you have an animal with you. And I don't know if that's because I grew up with pets. I grew up with like both dogs and cats like in different times of my life, but I feel like there is such a warmth factor that having an animal adds to your life and to your home. And I'm really happy I have little Murph now. He's the best. Murphy is attacking my couch, he's attacking me, he's attacking everything in sight. I've really been getting into reading over the past year, so I just wanted to talk about a couple of books I read because I really enjoy talking about books, and I really enjoy like watching people talk about books and hearing people's perspective on books and things of that sort. I'm really not a judgmental person. I'm gonna probably sound stupid the whole way I speak on these books, but I don't really care because I think it's just enjoyable and fun. So when I was traveling in DC, I picked up the Skunks. This was actually in Georgetown, and Georgetown, can I say, is the cutest little area within Washington, DC. I had a great time when I was visiting, but just picked this up because it felt warm and easy, and that's exactly what it was. This is The Skunks by Fiona Warnick, and it basically follows a girl who finishes college, moves back to her hometown because she has really no clue what to do with her life, which very relatable for me. I did not know, and I feel like still question my career and things of that sort. I think we all do. I think it's a very human thing. Obviously, some people find something and stick to it. Either way, this is a very, I would say simple book. It's basically she moves back to her hometown. She's trying to figure out what she wants to do with her life. She has like a house sitting gig, and then she gets a job at I think it's a Pilates or yoga studio, and hangs out with her friend, meets a boy, kind of just a story along those lines. Nothing riveting, but a good read. An easy read. Second was Vincenzo Latronico's Perfection. I actually picked this up at the Strand in New York City because I was looking for something short, because I only had like a few days before I left New York and came back to LA, and I just wanted to get something that I could read over the next few days, and this was a Booker Prize nominee. The story follows a couple, Anna and Tom, who moved to Berlin, and they work in the digital space, and the book really dives into the aesthetic of their life because that's what the story is about. It's basically speaking on the nature of today's society and how Anna and Tom really live their life for the image in a way, really capitalizing on how we really live our life for social media, for other people to seem a certain way, to come across a certain way, and it really kind of dives into the shallowness in a way of their life, and they're constantly sort of seeking more depth in their own life and comparing themselves to, you know, friends of their past and what their friends are doing now, and would they be happier doing something else, and relatable in that way because I think we live in a society that we all compare ourselves to each other because of, you know, the nature of how we exist in this day and age with social media. I struggled with this book at first for like the first half, and then towards the second half I really started to get into it, and like I really enjoyed how it spoke so closely to how so many people feel, I think, today. And then just on to the two books I'm reading now. Currently, I am reading Jane Eyre. I spoke about this, I think, earlier in a couple of clips. I read Charlotte Bronte's Villette, which I really liked, and now I'm reading Charlotte Bronte's Jane Eyre. Sort of similar themes. Obviously, both of these books are from the 19th century, from the 1800s, and very much stories like with female-led characters and the female experience during that time, and you start to see themes of, you know, what women were doing at the time and how they were living their lives, how, you know, class obviously took precedent over everything in society in that day and age. And all of these sisters, Charlotte Brontë, Anne Brontë, Emily Brontë, all write stories about really the female search for equality, for finding themselves, for finding independence in this day and age, because it was hard to come by. But yes, I really like this book. I also really like this. I feel like these classics and these like more gothic themes are really suiting to autumn and winter, and I will do anything to get myself in that headspace and enjoy and revel in autumn and winter. So the second book is Ernesto Sabato's The Tunnel. This is a short story. I actually picked this one up with perfection. Not a short story, sorry. It's just a shorter book. I think it's like less than 200 pages. It's primarily a story about obsessive love, and it kind of covers like an artist who is in jail because of the murder of a woman and things of that sort. Again, I haven't read that yet, so that's just a bit of the gist, but I think this will be a good story for like October and like Halloween and getting into like those kinds of themes. But also, once I finish Jane Eyre, I think I want to read Wuthering Heights by Emily Brontë, because the movie is also coming out in early 2026, and I feel like that will be interesting to be able to like compare the book to the film. But again, another really long book. So I feel like I'm on a journey of novels right now, which is testing my patience, but in a great way because I'm really enjoying it. So just did a little somersault right there. Today is Tuesday, September 23rd. I had a bit of a late night last night. I went to a dinner last night with some of my boyfriend's colleagues and their girlfriends or wives, and it was really fun. I feel like I typically don't go out on Monday nights because I really have a hard time working the next day, and I definitely am going to struggle through today. I actually got fully ready because I was planning on going to a coffee shop to sort of like hunker down and commit to working, because I feel like being home and being right next to my couch is just gonna be tough. So yeah, I fully got dressed and I wanted to show my outfit because I really like this tank top. I think it's such a great basic. It's from COS, but it's just like such a easy, you know, you can tuck it in, you can leave it untucked, basic that I'm obsessed with. And then these dark brown denim jeans that are a little more high-waisted, which is not something I typically go for just because I have a bit of a shorter torso and I feel like high-waisted isn't as flattering on me as like a mid or low rise waist. But I loved the deep dark like mocha color of these jeans so much that I just like had to get them, and I will say I love them. Like, even though again they are a high-waisted jean, like I really love these jeans, so highly recommend. COS also just has like an incredible autumn collection. I'm a fan of COS. Like I feel like I'll go through phases where I find stores that I just really am a big fan of, and they carry, you know, not only like tops that I like, but they have like denim, trousers, tops, shoes, like everything that I like, and COS is that store for me. So yeah, love them.